My name is Bill Whitehurst. The name of my firm is Whitehurst Mergers and Acquisitions, and I'm headquartered in Dallas, Texas. My core business activity is representing business owners and selling their companies. Many business owners have come to me in the past and asked, how do I determine when's the best time to sell my company? When the optimum time is? Well, unfortunately, we don't have crystal balls, and oftentimes it's easy to say, well, I should have sold my business in 2007 because that would have been the best time. My sales were at an all-time high, my profitability was at an all-time high, which probably would be true. But there are leading indicators to determine when it's a good time or when maybe necessarily the best time to sell a company. For example, sales trends can help to determine the optimum time to sell a company. If sales trends have been trending upward only slightly each year, that's a good indicator of a good time to sell. When sales have been flat, that makes it harder to sell a company, but not impossible. Owner can still get a good price for a company if all the other numbers are in place. But an indicator on when is not an optimum good time to sell a company is when sales have been trending downward, even perhaps very slightly. For example, it's very common to see a business having sales trending downward in the economic market we're in today, in 2013, 5% a year. Banks or buyers will say, well, maybe it's only 5% a year, but if this trend continues in 4 years, that's a fourth of the company down the tubes. So if sales have been trending downward only slightly, the owner would be advised to try to get a handle on this downward trend and get the sales at least back up to an even keel, if not increasing a little bit per year. The same indicator holds true for net profit and also gross margin. If those numbers are trending downward, the seller in today's market may not be able to sell that company. Even though the company may be worth a lot of money, buyers may be afraid to buy it because of the skepticism that's already in the market. So any kind of negative trends on sales, gross profit, or owner's discretionary cash flow, which is, among other things, net profit before taxes and owner's W-2 wage, if any of those items or entities are going downward slightly in a year, so it may not be the best time to sell, and the owner needs to get in control of the company and get those numbers back to a positive level. Another indicator of perhaps a time to sell would be if there is impending governmental regulation coming into this particular industry the business owner's company is in. Many industries are being affected by impending government regulation. And it may be a situation where the owner needs to turn around and sell the company to a large private equity group or a large competitor that has deeper pockets, able to provide the services and extra manpower that would be required to be successful with extra government regulation. Another time, which may not be a good time to sell, is if a key employee has just left or is going to leave because of retirement, moving away, whatever. Infrastructure needs to be in place. Key employees need to be trained. In many instances, it's not a good time to sell if key employees have just left or fixing to leave. There are good times and there are bad times or optimum times to sell a company. There are indicators, as I've mentioned today, when to sell and when not to sell, and the business owner needs to be aware of what these indicators are before he or she starts to develop an exit strategy and sell their company. My name is Bill Whitehurst, Whitehurst Mergers and Acquisitions, and I'm in Dallas, Texas.